going to talk about the Azure Data Box Heavy. So you may have seen my previous blog on Azure Data Box and the Azure Data Box Disk, right? And so those are for your smaller workloads, up to 80 terabytes. And they're a great option for quickly getting your data up into Azure, right? Instead of having to move it over the wire, you can send a box and bring it up, right? Well, the Data Box Disk the Data Box Heavy is roughly the same, except you can use much larger amounts of data with up to a petabyte of space, right? So the process is the same as it is for the disk, right? You order the box, you get it through the Azure portal, you specify the region that you're gonna use, you receive it, you connect it into your network, you set up network shares, and then you copy your data over. It's got pretty fast performance, up to 40 gigabits per second transfer rates. And then you return the box back to Microsoft, and they will load the data directly into your Azure tenant. And from there, they will securely erase the disks as per the National Institute of Standards and Technology guidelines, right? So NIST guidelines on how to erase the data. So the Data Box Heavy is ideally suited to transfer data sizes larger than 500 terabytes in size, right? And so when you think about up to 80 terabytes on a data box, you'd have 5 or 6 of those in place of the heavy. When you get those larger data sizes, it just makes it more sense to have it on one machine. So basically, the data movement can be like a one-time thing or a periodic thing, right? So if you want to do like an initial data bulk data load, you can move that over and then follow that up with periodic transfers. And some of those scenarios would be like when you have a huge amount of data on-prem and you want to move it up into Azure, right? So if you're moving a media library of offline tapes into Azure for, some kind of an online media library, right? For tape backups or something like that. Or maybe you're migrating an entire cabinet, and you've got a ton of data in there with your virtual machine farm and your SQL Server and your applications over to Azure, right? So you move that over into your tenant, you migrate your virtual machines, and then you can do an incremental restore of data from there, right? Some other things is moving historical data, right, to Azure for doing deeper analysis using Databricks or HD Insight or one of the other tools. And then, you might have a scenario where you want to do the initial bulk load, right? So you have a massive amount of data, you want to push it up, and then from there you want to do incremental loads of additional data as it gets generated across the wire, right? So another good use case. And then the last one that comes to mind is you've got these organizations that they could be doing IoT and using video data with a drone, right? So inspecting rail lines or power lines or something like that, right? And they're just capturing massive amounts of data, and they want to be able to basically move that up in chunks, right? And so video files can be huge, graphic files can be huge. And if you want to send them in batches, right, this would be a great solution for something like that, to be able to kind of more quickly move them up rather than having to move the files individually or over the wire, right? So it's a pretty cool technology, and it's a great solution for moving data up in a more efficient manner if you've got these massive amounts of data, petabyte scale. So it's a pretty cool tech, and we hope you check it out. If you've got any questions about Azure Data Box, Data Box Disk Heavy, Azure Data Platform, ask us. We're here to help out. We've done a lot of great stuff within the Azure Data Platform, and really have some great options there. So feel free to click the link below or shoot us a message and ask away.